Welcome back to Mike and Maurice's Mind Escape. Let us help you escape your mind.
What would you say is like the most groundbreaking or the biggest breakthrough you've ever had? Is there one scenario or one time that really stands out from the others? And if so, was it communication with the entities or what was going on?
I think the one that springs to mind is, and I feel like I was almost, I think I've just been set up for this experience, is where they operate. They're active. The entity is active invasively within you, and the reason I say I was set up for that is, I'd had some breakthrough experiences just through the door to my right in the little landing area at the top of the stairs, and it's a breakthrough. You see these human-like entities. It looks like they're wearing masks, and it's magical. But it's like I'd done that, and then I had the same experience. It's like, okay, that was the same as yesterday. I was surprised at that, and then again, same experience. Like, man, and I was so naive at the time. I was like, maybe I've got to the limits of what DMT can show me, which I'm really, people must be laughing now, and they're right to laugh, because it was a stupid thing to think, okay, that's 3 experiences the same, I've got to the limits of DMT, which I was nowhere near. So I smoked it again, and, these entities appear. It looks like I'm somewhere else. And they're like beseeching me to be still and silent, and one's looking like he's gonna dive into me. And I kind of I clear my throat, like and they all like this frequency, which is getting really high, it stops, it diminishes, and they're all like going, whoa, like, stay quiet and stay still. And this frequency just builds up, and it just becomes, it's just sanity defying. It's just excruciating. And this entity, literally, this human-like entity, dives into me. And then my voice was modulated to such a strange and bizarre extent. And I shout out, hey, you can't do that. And my voice sounds so peculiar to my ears, and I feel obliged to shout out again. And it's clear that something's within me, and it's somehow manipulating, I don't know, my voice, my psyche, making me feel obliged to shout out. And it was so strange, and then it's like my felt like my collarbones were being jiggled about, like uncoupled and jiggled about. I mean, really felt really, when I say physical, not in a painful way at all, but it was like, wow, how can you do that? It's like your stomach's being opened up. And after that, I burst into tears, because, I mean, I choose my words carefully, and it is invasive. And I know there's other researchers, other users that have experienced this, and it's very different to the visionary experiences. It is... It's like something's inside you, and it's doing things that you just can't believe. And it's just amazing. And I cried and cried. To an extent, you kind of feel violated, even though the experience was amazing. And I went downstairs, and my wife had heard me shouting and screaming and crying out. And she's like, "Are you okay?" And I burst into tears again. And I think there's some justification in saying I was being set up for that experience, because after that, the experiences that followed when I smoked it again, they became invasive. The invasive experiences then became the theme. And I'll tell you now, if those invasive experiences had been among my first experiences, I would have never gone back to smoking DMT. I mean, when you feel them inside, you feel the entity, the psycho-spiritual entity inside your brain, and it's doing something in your brain. I think I've got one experiment called chiseling away quietly, and that's just what it felt like. It felt like it was chiseling away at some aspect of my brain.